Well, people, lateness is great. I can see the abuse and criticism I'm getting in the chat. I'm tearing up a little bit, people. It's like you don't know how we roll around here. What do you mean we're late? That's exactly how it's meant to be. If I was on time, you'd think I was hacked. Let's be real. If I was on time for my own show, you'd be like, this is not Matisse. This is some other brother who's just taken his YouTube account and started running with it. And he actually thinks things run on time here. Imagine, that'd be the perfect way to figure out that someone has taken my YouTube is the fact that the show would be starting on time.
Yeah.
Younes, how have you been? Younes,
I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm bloated. Yeah, I know this is all you can eat Chelsea, but I've eaten and I can't eat anymore. So I've brought this nice combination of H particles and O particles and yes.
Younes is all you cannot eat.
literally. I'm doing up toast today. I'm not gonna lie, keeping it basic. Miz, how are you, bro?
Yeah, good. Shout out to all the people that are on. Welcome to the #1 Chelsea show, man. Honestly, I'm so happy every week. This keeps building, so I'm looking forward to it again, Matisse.
100%. There's a lot to talk about today. There's the two players that I've got in the title, which is Ampadu and Marc Guehi. I think those two players in particular are not underrated. Of course, now the fan base definitely knows of Marc Guehi, but Ampadu's definitely gone underrated in terms of his performances. And then obviously the FA Cup, which is later on today, which is the preview. And obviously we have to get into that fantastic game against Barnsley. Did anyone see that Barnsley's Twitter account is suspended, by the way?
Yeah, I saw. I was like,
for real?
Yeah, it's for real. I checked. Like, it's suspended, which means that they've done something. It's not like they've chosen to deactivate. They've done something and it's gone. So I don't know what's happened, but hey, if they're deactivating their Twitter, what are the chances they might not show up for tonight's game?
What about that lineup? How am I going to know their lineup if they're deactivated, bro?
It'll just have to be a surprise, isn't it? See who comes out the tunnel.
I'm guessing that they are just shit scared that Kai Havertz is going to stick another hat trick past them, and they've decided to just deactivate their accounts, which is encouraging.
No, I got to ask because I said this on my preview yesterday. Do you know where Kai Havertz is?
No, I don't. I haven't located him at all.
And not a single journalist asked about that either.
No one knows where this Donny is. It's like playing Where's Wally, except we're playing Where's Kai.
So we spent 72 million. Is it 72 million pounds on a new signing or something like that? 80 million.
And he's gone. He's gone AWOL.
So now we're gonna have to put out.
He called in sick. He had enough.
Our British record transfer potentially, with add-ons included. We can't find him. It's ridiculous. How did you guys find the press conference? I'm not gonna lie, I was streaming, so I kind of just left it. But I heard from what I could see from Twitter, no important information was given to us.
No, mate. No important information was asked.
Oh right, so they're doing up asking for pizza and all that kind of stuff again. Asking about
legit, man. These reporters, they ain't got a clue, man. Honestly,
the only thing I got out of it was that Kante and Ziyech is starting. That's it. He pretty much said. I can confirm that they're starting.
we found out that Ziyech is starting. We found out that Kante can play in a 6-6 again. He had to reiterate that because they asked. That was about it.
They asked about Haaland.
They asked about Haaland, and they asked about Upamecano, and he was like, "I can't be talking about players that are under contract. You know that's disrespectful."
But you know what, boys? What was funny? He goes, I'm a fan as well, and I like to talk about transfer news, and I know you fans want to cover transfer news. I feel like, Tuchel, do you have a YouTube channel where we can talk about transfer news?
Thomas, let's collab.
That's stream, bro.
We as football fans live and die on transfer news, and we get obsessed with it. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't address it much on my channel unless it's serious. I don't really talk about the transfer news because I don't want to do the gossip column on BBC Sport because I'm just gonna. I only really want to break the news. If it's breaking news, I'll address it. But if it's just dumb shit, I'm not gonna address it. But yesterday, with my stream with Lee and Hobbs, we was going through the defenders that Chelsea were linked with and pros and cons and whatnot, and obviously it turned into an absolute fiasco about Callum Hudson-Odoi versus Pulisic versus Sancho, a massive debate. But with all the defenders that we're linked with, the only one that I want, like like undisputed, like no disputing it. I 100% want this defender. Is the one that scored against Barcelona yesterday, and he's not linked with us. What is his name? Is it Conte? I can't pronounce names. You guys know what I'm like, so don't do this to me.
Well, the
Sevilla
defender.
Yeah, he's French. See, the chat is bullying me now. This is the thing.
Come on, chat. Let us know who is that defender. Tell us right now. Kude? Is that it?
I can't pronounce things.
Don't worry about it. We understand who you're talking about.
Kunde.
They know
Kunde.
Kunde? Is that correct?
Kunde. Is it Kunde?
Chat, don't do. Is it?
If he's French,
me nothing. Just answer the question. Is it Kunde?
if he's Kundi, if he's French, I'm expecting. Hang on, Kunde.
George is saying Matisse back with his pronunciations again.
Kunde. There you go. Dyke Ezike has said it's
Kunde.
Kunde. What do you mean I'm basic? I don't speak multiple languages like you guys. Jesus Christ, the bullying.
So Baba Tunde.
Matisse is
basic. Baba Tunde.
I mean, I should use that as getting back at someone. You're basic, man. You're basic. Oh, that's such a that's a good one. I like that.
Okay, now we're really getting rude in here. Okay, so Kunde.
But yeah, that Donny, yeah.
Yeah. So he's what, 21 years old from France. Really looks good. I've been at Sevilla. You should be fluent at least 3 languages. Leave me alone. Kunde and I remember Regulon at Sevilla last season as well. I was pushing him as well as the left back. But this guy just looks immense, like physically in shape. I've been watching him for a few months now, and everything I've seen of him, just very impressive. Physically imposing, great ball playing centre back. Obviously, you saw that goal against Barcelona yesterday, where he just kind of like moved up through the pitch, and you know that right-sided centre back we was talking about last week. I think they always progress through the pitch a lot more than the other defenders. They'll step up. Aspie did it under. Obviously, we've seen Aspie do it this season as well when he got the goal. So I just think that position there would kind of be perfect for him. And obviously, he can slot into a back four. It's not like the other guys where maybe they're not. Aspie, Ampadu, worry about them in a back two. So he's the only one so far that I'm like, I mean, someone said he looks too short for a centre back. Puyol was very short. Cannavaro is very short. So don't just assume because someone's short, they can't play centre back. You need to look at their leap. You need to look at their physicality, their anticipation, their timing, everything like that. It's not just about height, because I've seen Riga, he's very tall, but at times his heading ability hasn't been great. Or I can give you many other examples. We couldn't defend set pieces last season.
We all used to score header goals.
Exactly. I mean, we had loads of tall players last season. We couldn't defend set pieces. We had like Luke Loftus-Cheek, Barkley. So obviously, it's not just about height. There's a lot of other factors that go into it. Someone just said Poyer's mad overrated. I'm not going to get into that. Boys, what do you?
But that guy's a G up, bro. Ayub,
you woke up and chose violence.
You did, Ayub. You're noticed. We are noticing you.
Someone definitely just woke up and chose violence by saying that. I'm not even gonna put that like on the screen. I'm not doing that to the people. I'm not doing that. But I want to get into Marc Guehi first. What have you guys made of him this season? Swansea, I think, had the best defensive record in the Championship. He's been a big part of that. I think so far, most Swansea fans would say he's player of the season. Playing in the back three, left side, very comfortable with both feet. Younes, I'll start with you. Obviously, the propaganda's been heavy on Twitter.
Mate. Last night proved, right, that after The Undertaker and after Kane, right, we have Marc Guehi to come in and provide chokeslams from hell, right? It's as simple as that. Because the way that he bodied Sterling and he just went flying to the ground, that was beautiful in every way. Just straight up, you know, hit him with a 1, 2, 3 and you're done.
Oh man, it's beautiful.
No, you know what? He's solid. He's solid. And it's nice to know that he came from the same class as some of the lads that are now in the Chelsea team. So your Reece James, Mason Mount, Tammy Tomori, that class. He was a part of that. So I've got high expectations for when he comes back from loan. I think his loan move is perfect. I think the level is perfect. The next step for him would be Premier League. Would he be ready to slot into the Chelsea team? I think so. You know, if it comes to it where we have to say goodbye to Tomori, let's just count ourselves lucky that we have Guehi there. That's how I'm looking at the situation, because we could have had no one. But Guehi looks like he's really, developing well. So if he were to slot in, absolutely happy with that. I think he's playing really, really well. And it's nice that he can provide a choke slam.
Marc Guehi's 6 foot, everyone. So he's not exactly the tallest. Then Conde is 5'10". So it's not the tallest thing I'm striking up here. But again, I'm not massively worried because of what I've seen. But hey, you made of him, because listen, he do you know what most impresses me about him? You can have brute strength, you can flip Sterling. Let's be honest, Sterling's not exactly the most physically imposing player, so most defenders can flip Sterling with his little butt cheeks running around all over the place. But when it comes to the ball playing aspect of it, on his left foot, that's kind of what limits us. You look at the way that we play in possession, the left side of centre back always like turns inside and starts like not closing the pitch up, but it condenses the space that we can move into. He always turns onto his right foot, either passes it back or chooses an inside player to go for. He can't use his left foot to switch play like John Terry could, or open up the pitch. And it hurts because when they're receiving the ball as well, it just takes a split second longer for them to control it and open their feet up and, assess their options. Wherever you have a left footer over there, they're just more comfortable to, assess all of their options, open up the pitch, make the progressive attacking pass. What have you made of Marc Guehi?
Look, I've got to be honest, Matisse. I haven't seen full, complete matches of Swansea. I mean, I find it hard to keep up with Chelsea matches, which are coming thick and fast at the moment, let alone watch extra matches of Swansea. But I have seen, luckily enough, our fan base, they're full of top content makers, and they constantly come out with Guehi compilations. And from what I've seen, man, this guy has, as you both boys have said, the physical attribute. He's got a beast structure. He's dynamic. He's fast. He's got that left foot, and he's been doing extremely well for Swansea. Here's the thing, though, and I'm going to take a different route from Younes and live up to my name of the other side of the coin, which is I feel like perfect loan opportunity with Swansea, and that's the exact way to start off with. Instead of staying at Chelsea and not getting enough game time, I think he's far too good for the development squad for sure. So he's gone and done the right thing. As much as we are all gassed as a fan base, and us three here, we are very supportive of Guehi to get some sort of chance next season. I'm all pro for that. But I think if we are to humble ourselves a little bit, I think it would be very wise for him to get a Premier League loan next and really come up against some of the top-notch attackers in the Premier League week in, week out. Because I don't really think we should be handing out these passes to academy players anymore so easily. They need to be tested at the highest level in order to get into that team. And I think Thomas Tuchel, with all the recent rumors around who we linked with the defenders, if you see, they're very experienced caliber defenders, except for one, which is Upamecano. But Upamecano himself is quite experienced in Europe. Do you know what I mean? Like he's played Champions League football and whatnot, but I'm talking more about his age. But besides him, everyone else is very, very experienced. The likes of David Alaba, Varane, Sule. Even though I don't really rate Sule that much, but what I'm trying to say is that they're very experienced.
He's good on Football Manager.
He's good on Football Manager. So let's get him. Come on, Thomas, get him. But I think Tuchel, he realizes that the team needs a good balance. Our attackers are quite young in the sense of, Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, Mason Mount, Callum Hudson-Odoi. There's a lot of youngsters. So we need to have a solid backline. And I think that's what we are seeing Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, and Rudiger, because experience, you need to have that balance. So basically what I'm trying to say, Matisse, is that Guehi, I think he has a big future, but I would like him to go to a Premier League loan next season, really give it his best shot against some of the big boys, and then, 100% put up his hand and get one of these opportunities.
Yeah, so obviously Swansea, if they could potentially get promoted, that would be maybe the perfect loan for him to go back there and play his trade. Yeah. So obviously moving on to Ethan Ampadu, he's in the Premier League now. And I think, do you know what's funny with Ampadu? I've realized, a lot of people say I overrate him. Well, I don't know if that's true, but I think a lot of people are forgetting how young he is. He's actually younger than Guehi by a few months. So people act like as if Ampadu is like this seasoned pro, 22, 23-year-old, player that we've been waiting on for ages. The fact of the matter is, he just broke in very young, at like 15. We signed him, and then he made his debut for us at something silly like 17. So he's been here already for 3 years, or been about the Chelsea first team for 3 years. So people feel like as if potentially he's washed, or he's not going to make it, or he hasn't got an opportunity. I think us going to a back three, which is obviously not the only formation, but it's the only one we've got evidence on so far. He's got as much a chance as anybody, because he's played in a back three now. Well, he played at Leipzig for a bit, but obviously this year he's started to put together some good performances. No one's really taken any notice. It's gone on the radar, but he's really playing very well in that back three. I know Sheffield United are bottom, but their form has gone up a bit. I think the fact that they were bottom, they just so far. I mean, when you win 3 out of your last 5 and you're still like 10 points off safety, you know that the way that you started the season was kind of disrespectful to the league. Derby County vibes with Robbie Savage in midfield. So obviously, there's a long way to come back for them. But he's been playing very well the last few weeks. It's probably gone under the radar. So I'm not saying he should start. I've never actually said he should start in our team. But he's someone that can come in. He can play in multiple positions. He can play in the back three, and he could be part of the squad. And he can learn his trade in the depth of the squad and play the cup games. Start maybe the lesser Premier League games, the suspensions, injuries. So what have you made of him, Miz? I'll start with you then. Do you think he's higher up on the scale in terms of getting an opportunity then? Because a lot of people would disagree with you. They probably think that Guehi's higher up on the scale, but even Ampadu actually playing in the Premier League. So.
No, for me, he's higher up, Matisse, man. 100% higher up. I think, as you said, he's now had that time in Sheffield United. I think he's even got some man of the match performances for them as well in recent times, playing from that left side. So, he had his moments in Leipzig. Yes, he didn't play enough, but I think that experience is very important to be in and around that particular team. Their coaching staff over there. I think, honestly, if we don't go out, because this is my thought, and I feel like we probably might get a CB. I just don't think, and I could be shot here massively, I just don't think that we probably need. If we keep Thiago Silva for 2 more seasons, the way it's going, that he's going to get a contract extension, we still have Azpilicueta, who I feel has a similar sort of endurance level like Thiago Silva, and that experience counts. So he can fill in on the right side, and you've got Reece James as well that can also fill in on the right side, or even take over on the right side. This is what I'm talking about if we go with 3 at the back. I would love to see, instead of buying someone and paying mad amount of wages, I would like to see Ampadu come in and take over Rudiger's spot on the left side of the 3 at the back. Because I feel like this kid is now ready, and I think he will buzz, man. Yeah, this player, I kid you not, I don't know if you guys remember, when he found out that he's getting loaned out to Sheffield United, I've never seen the most depressed interview from a player going into a loan move. He was like, yeah, it's gonna be a good season again, another loan.
It's like Loftus-Cheek.
Loftus-Cheek as well.
Pretending to be excited that he has to go to Fulham, when really he actually started a few of our games at the start of the season. Did he not play a few games in pre-season as well?
Yeah, he did.
He played that Brighton game, isn't it? Was it Brighton that we played that we never got to see the highlights?
First game, I think he might have started or came off the bench. He left right at the end. He left right at the end.
Yeah, he did. I think. Yeah,
it was QPR that we never got the highlights.
To go. QPR with them. Yeah. Did that match actually happen? I don't think that happened.
Bro, to this day,
they say it happened.
No highlights. No highlights on that game. I can't tell you if it happened because we have no highlights. There's no evidence.
But yeah, going back to the Ampadu case, I think he deserves it, man. This boy will buzz. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, we can't give more chances." This, that. We need like someone like David Alaba or Varane. And I know they're very, very good players, but you need to start somewhere. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like Ethan Ampadu now has a CV to show that, give me a go. Do you know what I mean? Like, give me a go. So, I'd give him a go.
Yeah. Official Y1B says, with Super Chat, thanks very much. Says, big up, lads. Do you think Lewis Bates should play today? We're going to get into the preview for the FA Cup very soon because I've got a stance on this. And I think I kind of pushed that notion last week, but obviously I'll revamp it this week because it's actually now relevant. But I don't think I would play him. No, I don't think I would. I mean, I remember we played Barnsley. I know we beat them earlier in the season, but I still remember, I've still got PTSD from the fact that we got beat by them. I think it was a few years ago, or maybe it was a while ago.
2008.
Yes, you remember it like it was yesterday. Look at you.
Yeah.
you had nightmares, isn't it? Just be real.
I'm traumatized.
So I've still got flashbacks from that. I'm personally not trying to see too many youngsters in this team today. We're in the is it sixth round? So obviously
fifth round.
Sixth round.
Yeah.
Sixth, isn't it?
Fifth round.
So we're almost. So we have the opportunity to get
next is the quarterfinal. Yeah.
To be honest, we already had our opportunity, right, against League 2 opposition, League 1. We had Morecambe, for God's sake. That was our opportunity to see the Bates of this world and whatnot.
Luton, bro.
But we had Luton. We had all these fixtures where they could. Now, for me, is time to just have a little bit. It's not even a condensed team, but it's a team where just don't make it bigger than it already is. All right, this team is already big. You don't need to start adding in all the youngsters from Cobham under 23s and under 21s to then make the squad even bigger. Because there's a lot of players that don't have any game time under their belts under Tuchel. Ziyech needs to play. Billy Gilmore needs to play. So there's no time or space or need to play Bates, to play Tino Andrins, to play Spoon, Knife and Fork. All these guys, not doing it. I'm not doing it.
By the way, that's soon sub Bell, guys.
Yes, soon sub Bell.
Yeah. Do you know what? I never explained to them who that was. I just went with it. I just went with it, and I was like, "You guys will figure it out."
I heard his name, I was like,
"Yeah,
who? Soon sub Bell? Who is this?"
It's just for me. It's just not necessary. Like, there's no need to play these players. I think some of them are gonna need loans. Some of them can play in preseason. But for me, we're into. I'm in serious season now. I'm not in the mode of playing youngsters from the academy. We're in February now. Then it's going to be March, and then you know what months come after that. If you paid attention in nursery, this is serious season. It's not a joke. It's not time for playing Spoon, Knife and Fork and playing. I don't know who else you got on that roster that you've got. Some other youngster that I've probably never heard of. Livamento, I know everyone wants to see him. Loris as well. It's too late. It's too late to apologize, Frank. Let me not do that. Do you know what I mean? It's too late. That was harsh, wasn't it? Is that too much? Is that too much?
That's hard. I like it, man.
Some people are going to be crying out of the chat. That was no need for that. It was just a joke.
Cheeky, but cheeky.
That was cheeky. I'm not going to lie. That was very cheeky of me. I shouldn't have done that. Younes, what's your thoughts?
Oh, man. I hope there's no fire coming at you right now, bro. I'm not stepping in the way.
Too soon. Look at them.
No, you know what?
Oh, great.
In regards
to absolute spoon.
No, in regards to a Lewis Bate, or whoever we have, we need to realize when it gets to the latter stages of a competition, as you've said, that opportunity of just playing a youth for the sake of playing a youth player, it's gone out the window because you've got to start treating things seriously. Unless if they are special and that they are flipping, Messi reincarnated. If that's the case, cool. But realistically, we don't have that. We also need to come to the realization that we advocate a lot of youth players. Some have made it into the first team at the moment. Cool, lovely. And they're part of the first team now. Done. Like your Tammy, Mason Mount, Reece James, all them, they are first team players now. They're not youth players anymore. They are men. So with the others that are coming through, you have to acknowledge that not all of them are going to make it. Not all of them are going to make it. We've got, we're speaking about Ampadu, we're speaking about Guehi, we're speaking about now Lewis Bate, we're speaking about a Lawrence, for example, we're speaking about a Knife and Spoon and Fork, Tunes Up Bell. We're speaking about all them lot. Not all of them are going to make it into the Chelsea first 11 and stay there. It's not going to happen. Let's be realistic. So we can't expect too much. If we're winning comfortably, because Lewis Bate, Angerin, I think two more. I'm not sure who, but one or two more I think are going to be in contention to be on the bench. So if they are, we're winning comfortably at Barnsley, then why not give them 20 minutes? Absolutely, I've got nothing against that. But we need to take the game realistically first, and we got to make sure we secure the W. We don't want to end up like Spurs out of the competition. We don't want to end up
that
like
was cheeky.
All the Spurs supporters, there's a knife in the back of you right now.
Shots fired. So for me, no, I would field a strong team, get that result secured early, and then if it's possible when these lads are on the bench, then why not bring them on? But we got to give that process time and allow to see what happens. That's just the reality.
I think before I get Miz's take as well, I think I had a realization yesterday how perfect Tariq Lamptey is for this system. It hurt.
But
Miz can start crying.
Don't get me started on this. Don't get me. Because I remember, Matisse, I actually had an argument with you online about this. I remember Tariq Lamptey, the day when it was announced that he was signing or he was leaving, I was filthy because the performance I saw against Arsenal. Bro, I was blown away by this kid. He came on and he took over that match like he was a veteran. Do you know what I mean? He was a veteran, like he's played 300 Premier League matches. It's like the gaffers called the big shot to come in and change the match around. And he comes in and literally, he single-handedly changed that match around. He burned whoever was on the left side of Arsenal. I can't remember who it was, but absolutely kept burning them. In fact, he inflicted an injury. Was it Bellerin or something? I
think so.
I don't know.
I can't remember who it was, but he inflicted injury on someone because of his pace. They couldn't keep up to him and they pulled a hamstring or whatever and they had to be subbed off. And from there on, we kept on creating chances from that side. And there was one more opportunity where he threaded the ball straight through the middle for Tammy Abraham. And Tammy, if he had finished that, on my days, that would have gone down as one of the best assists of the season because that was through at least 5 defenders he put that ball through. And then right at the end, the way he marshaled Aubameyang in that match, Aubameyang was one-on-one with him and he jockeyed him all the way and saw his shot away. And I remember saying to you, Matisse, that why I get it, because your point that time was that we cannot keep all these players because they all want to start, and I understood that. But I also said that there could be a time, because I said it way back then, that there could be a time that Reece James could be more than a right back. I said we shouldn't just pencil him down as a right back. I think his ball-playing ability, his beast structure could actually benefit in the midfield as well, especially in the defensive midfield, because I could picture that sort of caliber of player could play a DM role or a 6 role, and he could whip in crosses from deep. And we've seen that for Wigan. For me, a Tariq Lamptey right now would have been special, man.
It's unfortunate. Sorry, I do want to say, like, the one thing about Tariq Lamptey is I feel bad that in the sense that he's gone, because we know how good he is. But I don't feel guilty in the sense of why he's eating toast. I don't feel guilty in the sense of that he's left just for the sake of that he's left, because he wanted to go. He pushed the move. It wasn't Chelsea going, "You're not going to play. We want you to go." Chelsea wanted to keep him, and he wanted to go to play first team football. So I don't feel bad in that aspect. He made his decision.
But here's the thing, just quickly, boys. Do you think, though, had there been someone, a senior, like, I don't know, like someone very experienced, and I'm not having a go at Frank Lampard here. I'm really not having a go, because every time people, they talk about this.
He's had enough.
Here we go. He's talking about Frank Lampard again. No, it's not. I just feel like if it was someone like Thomas Tuchel or anyone else, like a little bit more experienced, they would have put their hand around Tariq Lamptey and said, "Son, you're gonna get your chance."
That's actually true.
Get your chance. Stay here. You will get your chance, because you don't know where this football club will go in terms of formation, where injuries might come up. You don't know anything. Do you know what I mean?
Man, if it was me, I would have said to Tariq Lamptey, "Listen, you don't know if I'm going to be sacked. You know how this club operates. They sack managers every few years, I may not even be here. Of course, I'm not going to use you. No, of course not. I've got a 4-3-3, and I'm not going to use you. And you're going to be on the bench. But listen to me. I'm not going to be here very long. And neither will be the next guy or the next guy or the next guy. So you just sign up. You just sign up. Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what really pisses me off? Is again,
that's hilarious.
These guys have lost it. Younes, you know what really annoys me? Yeah, is completely accurate what you're saying. He chose to leave. He wasn't signing a new contract, and Reece James is still a great player. And I'm not picking between the two, but. Yeah. In this formation, with Reece James right-sided centre-back and Tariq Lamptey right wing-back, and then maybe Hudson-Odoi right wing if he's on form, or Mason Mount. Bro, these pundits wouldn't be able to control themselves in the Sky Sports studio. They would have been popping them off, bro. Literally.
Yeah.
Wanking off, bro, over the amount of academy players that we use, bro. They would have lost their shit.
Would not be the same.
They would have gone full Saliba.
What was that? Oh my days!
Why did you do this? Why?
Younes, is that for real? Like, I've never been in a dressing room or something like that, but is that
bro? Let me tell you. Like, I'm sure. I don't know if this is the case around the world. Yeah, but in this country, even at grassroots level, you go to like pub football. It's normal for players in the dressing room to be very open. You know, like for example, you'll see the lads having showers. They're not going to cover anything up. That's normal. It is what it is. But there's a line. Like that video crossed the line. That video went so far. I don't know what was going on. Like,
he was having a bat out of nowhere. Like he just.
No, what baffles me, Saliba, let's record this, yeah, and let's put this online. Yeah?
Let's record this.
And the other Donny next to him on the right-hand side was just on his phone, like, yeah, nothing's happening.
It's all good.
That is normal.
It's normal.
Idea.
Everybody was just so chill about it. Like it was just, but you know, to relate even more, Miz, because again, I don't know how it operates in other countries, but in England, like Younes is saying, I'm not like this. I'm very, very conservative. I walk around very much covering my bits. But in gyms, yeah, you go into the male change room. Just 60-year-old
in gyms, it happens.
We're just walking around with yin yang just sticking out like this.
It's normal.
In gyms, I've seen that.
Put away, like there's no need. Like you can get a towel, you can do anything. These guys will be just swaying around like this in the gym, just like chilling like that.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what's deep? Like
just because
you remember the story of Frank Lampard when he was having a shower at Chelsea, and Mourinho came to him in the shower and put his arm around him and went, "You're the best midfielder in the world," and walked off mid-shower. Like
Jam said, "Windmill City in gyms."
Legit, man. Legit.
I don't know, man. So yeah, it's just. But he's not English, so I don't understand what the French team are on because they're not English. So maybe I don't know. They take it to another level then, I guess.
Apparently, it was 3 years ago. I don't know if that's the case, but apparently it was 3 years ago.
Anyway, yeah. So man, I'm not gonna. I came onto the timeline, and I was like, I'm gonna look for some analysis, some threads. What do you mean I'm going to get banned? What are YouTube going to do? I'm just speaking about human nature, bro. I'm speaking about windmills and yin-yongs. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, so, yeah, but I don't know, man. When I came onto the timeline, I was looking for analysis, opinions, what would be going on throughout the day, news. And then that video just comes up. I'm like, there's enough in it for one day. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to bed.
Done. Outrageous. Outrageous. Outrageous.
Oh, man.
Unbelievable.
But yeah, back to Tariq Lamptey. Someone says not human nature.
Quick one. Just
go from Tariq Lamptey to this. That's interesting.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. How have we done that?
Just defenders. It's all in defensive category for today. I don't know.
Oh my days.
Talking about Twitter really quickly, Barnsley have made a new Twitter account, just to let you know.
Oh, great. So shout.
Yeah, so they've even released a statement saying that their official account at Barnsley FC was temporarily suspended because of a copyright claim dated back to 2018. So they've made a new Twitter account at 1887 Barnsley FC. You can follow them on Twitter.
That's beautiful.
Shout out to Barnsley, who are going to need some new followers. Imagine if Barnsley just tweeted, yo, retweet this guy is trying to find my mutuals.
Imagine they get followed back in dollar.
Oh man!
Hey, check your DMs. Barnsley might
that's
DM us
so-
and say, "Hey, can you shout us
They
out, please?"
just plug it into groups. Hey, guys, share this, please. Trying to find my mutuals.
Find my mutuals. Find all my clubs.
Got suspended at 217k, guys. Help us get back.
Hey, someone should tell them to put that on their profile. Original ad was this, got suspended at 213k.
The name just changed. The real
man.
Barnsley FC. The real Barnsley FC, guys. Don't listen to the fakes. Don't listen to the dual accounts.
We don't touch these boys up. At least 6-0 tomorrow.
Bro, you know what?
We're coming up against a suspended Twitter account. If we do not slap up these guys,
if we lose,
I don't want to hear anything. Yo,
Chelsea's got about 17 million followers. Like,
imagine Chelsea lost their account and they started tweeting for mutuals. I'd be like, yo, follow back. You was following me last time. You know them guys that just go into the mentions and Barnsley like, yeah, you followed me, guys. You followed me. Remember back in 08?
Oh my days.
I don't know how they're going to get their followers. They're going to have to start uploading comps and doing shout-outs and doing threads. You know, Barnsley better get on their A game. Their social media team's going to have to step up if they're going to get their followers back. So
it's a good thing. It's a good thing their first game is against us, Chelsea Football Club.
Yeah, great. They're going to get a great shout-out. Bro, they're going to get a great shout-out.
Mate, I hope the Chelsea admin doesn't tag the suspended account.
That is exactly what's going to happen. Our Chelsea social admin team have been moving crazy recently. Have you seen them?
Yeah,
they've been sick.
They have.
They're like, I've got nothing to plug, but Drogba, shout out for the goal. It's like, what are you not doing? I thought they were going to start listing like, black-owned businesses and whatnot to shout out and like, here, follow this account. And I'm just like, you guys have lost your nut. You've lost your nuts. Honestly, it's mad. I don't know what's wrong with them. They've been moving nuts.
It's a thing to look forward to tomorrow, who they tag, because they will. Don't they generally say, Chelsea, like us versus whoever the team or whatever? And I don't know. Do they normally do that? Like, do they tag the other admin?
Sometimes, not all the time though. There have been times where it just goes, "This is our first 11, done."
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's nuts. But back onto before we move on to previewing the game. I just there's so many. I mean, down the years, there's been a lot of players that we've lost. We've lost De Bruyne. We've lost a lot of young academy products. But I just looking back, like you said, arm around the shoulder, just tell him what was going to happen. Inevitably, things were going to go south. You know, it would have been so nice to just have had him because he fits into this team like a glove. And we're talking about buying centre backs. We're talking about Rafael Varane. We're talking about David Alaba. We're talking about who else have we been linked with? Jerome Boateng. Who else? There's been so many.
Boateng, Alaba, Upamecano, Konate.
Yeah,
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it. You know, five.
Yeah.
Just the five guys, just the five world-class centre backs we've been linked to from the Daily Mail in the last few days. One of them demanding 400k a week. But yeah, it's just frustrating because we had players here. Well, obviously they're not all going to work out as we've been saying.
Matisse, would you buy Tariq Lamptey though? Would you buy him?
Yes.
Buy him back?
Yes, I've got no shame. I'm shameless, bro. Absolutely shameless. If this club is talking about buying Declan Rice for 80 million when Frank was in charge, yeah, 100% get Tariq Lamptey back. Get him, start talking to him now, tap him up, talk to his agent, say, listen, you can hand in the transfer. We want you back. I don't know. Adele's probably got a whole album on this about bringing back loved ones. I don't care, bro. Bring him back. I don't care what you have to do. Just get it done because he's talented. We knew he was talented when he was here. Like you said, with that Arsenal debut, he was already talented. It's just that we had no space. We got space now.
we can tempt him and be like, yo, you know your locker at Cobham is still there.
Untouched.
It's still there. It's waiting for you. Come home.
You do realise that we're planning on contending for titles when you get back. You do realise that, right? Hey.
I think he would want to come back too, man. I reckon he would want to come back.
Of course.
Now I think so. Now, definitely. Now I think he's like, oh crap, I could going home.
You probably think about. But he's a player now. If we tried to get him back, we'd be fighting amongst everybody because every top team in Europe was linked with him when the transfer window was open. Not the last one. I think was it the summer? No, it's the January before lockdown.
January one. Yeah.
Where he'd only been at the club for a few months and everyone already wanted him.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, man. I just it's tough to take. Moving on before I start crying. Barnsley. What are we saying? How many goals? How many stat pads? Who do you want to play? We'll go for our starting lineups now, because obviously I don't know if Timo Werner's available because I've heard that he might not be. Is he available for this game?
I don't think he will be. He'll think he's going to be rested, safe for the Premier League.
There's definitely not a buyback, by the way, guys, in the chat. Sorry to make you more depressed. There's absolutely no buyback on that. He was sold for £3 million, and that was it.
That's illegal.
Brighton's going to make a killing, man.
Bro,
wow.
You can literally, if you're selling him anything below times 10 that, you're already robbing yourselves. He's minimum worth 30 million. And he's what is he? Yeah, like what is he? He's English, right? He's English. He's
English tax.
Yeah, English tax. So that's an extra 20 million, bro. It's not even fair. We have been robbed, like on site, like literally.
Plus VAT.
Plus VAT. Plus the fact Brexit, okay? So if you're selling them abroad,
add the Brexit tax on there.
There's a charge, shipping. How much is shipping?
Customs, all sorts, mate.
$7.99
shipping is free after a certain amount. After more than 500, that's free.
Miz is coming and bougie with that elite shipping, that free shipping. I don't get free shipping, bro. Free shipping is when you get next day delivery. I'm not getting next day delivery on Tariq Lamptey. I'm getting next week delivery, $2.99 shipping or something like that. I don't know what you're talking about. I want to go through our starting 11s. Kepa starts, guys. How do you feel about that?
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah. Starts crying immediately.
Masterclass.
He better not make a mistake like he did against Luton. If he does that, I swear, we'll leave him in Barnsley. Just don't allow him back on the bus.
What do you make of the reports coming out saying he's got a future? Because personally, I'm okay with that.
You're okay with that?
I'm not okay. Like,
you're not okay with that?
Yeah, I'm not okay with that at all. Like, I am deeply disturbed and disgruntled about it.
No, I mean, I can. I get that. I get that. I can understand the logic behind it. It's only because he is still young, and we know how reluctant the club are to just get rid of someone they spent 70 million on. You know, when you look at it, another goalkeeper that a certain club spent 70 million on, and he was on the Manchester City payroll the other night. So, you know, there's certain things there. I think you look at Kepa and you go, you know what? Maybe with that opportunity, maybe he will get better. Maybe there is still room for development. Maybe he will turn into a top keeper. I just think Chelsea are looking at it from that point of view. And under Thomas Tuchel, maybe something might happen. Well, I guess tonight is going to show it.
Someone said it's not Kepa, it's Johnny Sins in goal. Who's come up with this nickname?
Johnny Sins.
I think they call that Caballero, yeah.
Caballero.
Oh, right. Oh, no, Kepa's confirmed that he's going to be starting, guys.
Kepa will be starting, yeah, I know. Some people they just want Caballero.
You can dream and pray if you wish, but he is not going to be playing Caballero. He will be playing.
But Caballero is not any better, man.
He's not. Let's be real. He's not really that good either. But yeah, it's just Marina seems like she's going to double down on this one. She's going to try and get the value up, or she wants to see him succeed.
Yeah.
Because let's be real, if you spent £72 million on an employee to come to your company, and they were just awful at their job, they couldn't type, they couldn't load up Microsoft Excel, they couldn't do a spreadsheet, they couldn't do a presentation on PowerPoint, they're stuttering, they can't do presentations. You're asking them to meet deadlines and
can't make the tea.
Yeah, they can't. Yeah, you can't even make tea. Do you know what I mean? Talk about being an intern. They're making the tea with 2 sugars instead of 1. We're talking about a complete flop here who just can't do anything. And you
putting salt instead of sugar.
Salt instead of sugar. Jesus Christ! I saw someone say, "What are his capabilities?" Come on, don't do that.
I love that capabilities. I love
Jesus
that.
Christ. Honestly. So that's what we're at. She's got this intern who can't do anything, and now you have to go to your CEO boss Roman, and it's like, yo, I fucked up. but now it's like, what do? Do you just keep him at the company, try and see what you can get out of him, or do you just get rid of him? I don't know. It's just not. It's not.
But I think Marina's looking at it going, I fucked up on this, yeah. But I reckon I can try and get all of your money back. Yeah. So give it a little bit of time, Roman. I'll get every penny back for you.
I crashed the car, but I reckon I might have insurance. Just hold on a second. Just 1 second. I'll be right with you, okay? I have to check. I don't know if I have this insured. Maybe we got witness statements. I don't know. But the car is crashed. It is damaged. It is totaled. But there's hope. There is hope. There is a way. It's embarrassing.
I think the way Chelsea's probably looking at this is that because of how long his contract is as well, like he's got like more 5 years to go.
Stupid fools.
He's done like 2 or 3 out of a 7-year contract, so he's still got a long way to go. He's one of the most highly paid earners in the club. So finding a loan for him is being very difficult. So the way this is my thought process as to what they're trying to do here, because I think they realize that they're in a bit of a shithole at the moment. They're absolutely done themselves, right? But they're hoping that
the toilet overflooded.
No, it's thinking. It is absolutely madness. But I think the way they're thinking is that, okay, for the time being, you got Mendy, he'll start. Kepa can be the backup, and every opportunity that he gets as a backup, that he puts on some sort of performance, and that sooner or later, a club can come, hopefully from Spain. I think that's where the destination could be, back home, and perhaps want to take him back initially from a loan, for a loan, and then some sort of formalities with the buyback after that. So, bro, when you think about it, it's madness, because it's what did we pay for Kepa? 70 plus million or something like that?
I've lost my appetite.
70. Yeah, so, Alisson was 71, I think. So yeah, 70.
So nearly that's money. Nearly that's money.
Yeah,
like for Kepa. So yeah, you can understand why Roman and Marina they're freaking out about this, because as much as you want to say that a good businessman should also, a woman should know when is the best time to pull out from a particular situation. If it's not going well, like if a particular investment's not going good, you need to know when to cut your losses. But I think, guys, this is so monumental. Like, it's so huge.
I think Kai Havertz was 68 million plus add-ons. He wasn't even... So I think Kepa's still the... Because that was the whole thing. Chelsea didn't want to make Kai Havertz their most expensive signing ever or something. Remember, we paid 72 million. No add-ons, no structured payments. It was just flat out. Imagine, just the full 72 million up front. What did we get for Courtois? Like 35. Like 35. Yeah. So
wow.
And then on top of that, a 7-year contract. A David Moyes, Ampadu contract.
Yeah, man.
Imagine.
Wow. That's insane, man.
Okay, so cool. You're paying 72 million. You've already messed up there. You're in a tight situation. You can't get out of it because you need a goalkeeper. Even though I personally would have gone for like a very basic English goalkeeper in the Premier League and just said, listen, here's a swap deal plus like 25 million or whatever. I really can't believe they didn't do their due diligence on this guy and then just splashed out the money. But cool, you made that mistake, move on. Then they gave him a 7-year contract. Who does that? Like, that is something like unforgivable. How do you do that? 7 years?
I think we bought out his entire contract, didn't we? And his contract over in Spain was a mad one. I think it's probably because of that. I think it's because we literally we bought a massive contract he had at Bilbao in terms of years, and didn't have a say in the matter because we wanted Kepa. So I think for the fact that it's a large fee is because that contract ended up being a 7-year contract. So.
Yeah, Bilbao.
It's
some mad contracts.
It's mad. It's mad. We got to take an L with that one.
You know what? I feel like going back to Bilbao and asking them, Did you know about this? You did know about this, didn't you? You shifty. Oh, that's dirty. That is so dirty that you played us like that.
2 players never to buy from again. Bilbao, Leicester
2
City.
teams.
2 teams.
Oh, yeah,
2 clubs.
yeah.
Leicester City, Harry Maguire, and now Chilwell, massively overpriced. And Bilbao, Kepa, tax immediately. Just, no. Those 2 clubs are blacklisted, as far as I'm concerned. Just don't even go near them again. It's embarrassing. Are we sticking with a back 3, guys?
Younes, you
I mean, I put in my preview yes, just for consistency. But if there is one game to shift and try something else, it would probably be this one, because we're not going to get another opportunity this season to do so, and to see how it works. We're not going to be playing against an opposition like Barnsley again. Even if we progress into the next round of the cup, I don't think we're going to be handed an easy tie. I think all the teams now are difficult, so it would be an opportunity to go over back 4 and see what happens. It could be something that we shift to halfway through a game. You know, we could start with back 3 and then shift to a back 4 later on. But yeah, I would at least like to see a portion of that game in a back 4 and see how we are, just as prep going forward. But I've got a feeling that even when we go back to the Premier League, it's going to go to a back 3 regardless, because it's clicking at the moment. And it's something we can work with until the end of the season. So I just for that, I suspected we'll stick with a back 3 just for consistency. But personally, I would like to see at least a portion of the game in a back 4. Yeah.
Someone in the chat said Bilbao quoted, "I'm a businessman doing business."
It's facts. Realistically, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. If we were Bilbao fans, if this was all you can eat Bilbao, yeah, we'd be gassed. We'd be happy.
Drink water as well from Leicester, and then obviously Maguire at Man United. So there's a serious case to actually put Leicester in the Crown Court and actually trial them for criminal activity. I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go for back 4 because I think against Newcastle we'll play a back 3 because against a low blocks, Steve Bruce couldn't be a more Brexit manager. Let's be real. But then I think we have Southampton coming up and Man United, and maybe we might have to change formation. We spoke about this before, being flexible in game. If we're not coming up against maybe a low block, they're going to maybe push out a little bit more, be a bit more progressive. So yeah, I'd like to see a back 4 because I think this team they haven't mastered anything, but they've certainly got to grips with it. And I think there's still quite a bit of time between this game and then I think we play Monday, isn't it? So
Monday Newcastle, yeah.
Yeah, and then the following game is on Saturday. So you've got nearly a whole week there. So it's not like we're getting crammed with fixtures here. So I'd go over back 4. I'd probably go with Emerson to start as well if he's fully fit. So there's no updates on that. Right back, I'd probably go with Reece James. He hasn't been playing much recently. He's been in and out the team, although he started at wing back. And then centre back, obviously Silva's injured, so I guess just go with Rudiger and Zuma fit, guys.
Zuma.
Yeah. So yeah, then Zuma. Yeah, then Zuma because Christensen's been good, and I don't want to ride my luck. I don't want to take the piss. Just rest up and get ready for Newcastle kind of thing. You guys agree with that kind of backline?
I did a preview with Man United fan Leas. By the way, he's Algerian as well, Younes, and he was actually wanting to link up with you. So I said, yeah, let me see if I can get the big man. Just calm down.
Okay, cool. All right.
You too as well, Matisse. He wanted to link up with you. I said, we'll see what we can do. But he's a fantastic mind, and he keeps in touch with all sorts of football. I initially said in my preview that I'll go with the 3 because the momentum and whatnot. I completely understand what you boys said, and this is what Leah said as well, that with the back 3, we're short of CBs at the moment with Thiago Silva being injured. So Tomori is off loan, Thiago Silva is injured, and if you want to rotate and give players some rest like Azpilicueta, well then you can't play a back 3 anymore. Yeah, you can put in Reece James, but then you have to put someone like Callum Hudson-Odoi in the wing back, and this is a game that you want to rotate a little bit and give the players like Callum Hudson-Odoi, Azpilicueta, who've played a lot of matches, a bit of break. So if you think about it from that perspective as well, that we don't have enough CBs at the moment to play a back 3 because we want to give them some rest, you want to shift towards a back 4, I suppose. And on top of all the stuff that you boys have said, that it may give an opportunity for Tuchel to see how it may go around in a back 4. So For me, it will be Zuma and Christensen. 100% Zuma deserves to get a game. I don't even know why he got dropped. I know Frank said that due to our up and down form. I don't know how much that, or maybe politics behind it, could be. But anyway, it'll be Christensen, who's been playing good, Zuma on the other side. On the right side, as you said, Matisse, Reece James. But left side, I don't think I'd give Emerson a chance. For me, I know there's too many players in the left side. But I want to give Chilwell another go because this man really needs to prove himself.
I forgot about
him. See, that's the thing. People are forgetting about this player because this guy's not impressing anyone.
He did it to himself.
He's not impressing anyone, honestly. He's not impressing anyone. And remember when that was the Fulham guy. I had the Leicester guy with me, Leicester fan for the Leicester preview when we had Leicester match a few weeks back. And he was saying that, Leicester fans always knew this Chilwell because Chilwell has this ability to hide when things get tough. Like he sort of doesn't show up. And apparently he did the same thing with Leicester as well last season when Leicester was going through a bad form. He sort of went into his shell. So I want to give this brother a chance because at the moment, in a 3-3 at the back with wing backs, Alonso is in front of you, my man. And that is a bit of a slap in the face for you, Chilwell, if Alonso is, and this is no disrespect to Alonso. Alonso is a great left wing back, but Chilwell being a £50 million transfer for us, he needs to do a lot better. So I'd have him in the left back.
Okay. No, I'd actually agree with that. I'd take out Emerson because Emerson, if we're being real, long-term future is still not promising. It never really will get back to that point, in my opinion. Chilwell, as much as not impressed, he is the £50 million signing that needs to work out. He actually Cole had cuddles and words of wisdom exchanged. So if that doesn't sprinkle some juju and luck on him, I don't know. Maybe we have no hope of ever replacing Cole. Seriously, I mean, there's never been a time where a left back has endorsed another left back like for the election, like Chilwell was endorsed by Cole. It was like, you are the next guy. You are my successor. And yeah, I've seen absolutely nothing to suggest that he's anywhere near that level. He's still young, but Cole was very good at a young age. I don't want to use the young argument too much because I still feel like there is a ceiling with these young players. They're not all generational. So worried.
How old is Chilwell, bro? How old is Chilwell?
Chilwell, let me do a deep dive. I'm pretty sure he's 23, but I feel like he's 23 for. Do you know what? He's one of the players. I feel like he's been 23 for 10 years. Let's see.
I know he's been like 23 for like past 6 years. Like surely he's now like 24, 25 at least.
He's 24 now. He's aging very slowly.
When are we actually going to stop saying he's young? When does that happen?
This season.
25. Do you know what? When they hit 25, I actually can't use the young argument.
25 is peak. 25 is prime. You should be at your prime at that point.
Like Loftus-Cheek, you can't say like, if you say young with Loftus-Cheek now, you're basically committing a crime. I test merchants. I'm not putting up. The reason why I'm not putting up the chats actually on the screen is because this is what happens. And then Miz,
we get shifted.
Yeah, and I want to see all of Miz in all of his glory, not just half of Miz. So I'm just gonna not do that anymore. I test merchant says Reece James is so bad at right wing back, no creativity. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of a right wing back. I think I prefer a natural winger over there with the work rate and awareness defensively of Hudson-Odoi and put Reece James right sided centre back. Obviously, he's not going to move Azpilicueta just yet. Long term, that's what I would want to see because I just think Reece stepping into midfield from an inverted position is just a lot better. Moving on to the midfield, are we playing a 3-man midfield then?
Double sixes.
Oh, double sixes. Yes.
Yeah, I reckon
Kante.
so.
Yeah, Kante and Billy Gilmore.
Done.
Kante starting and Billy Gilmore. Yeah.
And I like that combination. I said it before on Twitter. The only combination I want to see is Jorginho or Gilmore with Kovac or Kante. I don't want to see anything else mixed and matched. I need one dictator and one Roma, I guess. That's not even really negotiation. Everyone seems to be happy with that. What does the chat think? Gilmore, Kante, no Mount. Yeah, Mount definitely doesn't need to play it, I don't think. When it comes to Lewis Bates, Tino Andrew, if you're asking, all these guys can come off the bench. I don't know how many substitutes we have, but if we're winning the game, if we get it done in the first half, then they can all come off the bench, 60 minutes, all three of them, no problems. But I wouldn't start any of these guys. So they can travel. They definitely can pack their bags, get the first team kit gear in there. toothbrush, jammies, whatever you need. But at the end of the day, you're not starting, bro. not in my team. You're not. I told you it's a serious season. I'm not playing games. I want this FA Cup more than anything. I want this FA Cup more than anything. I don't know if that's a quote from AFTV, maybe one of these troops guys.
Imagine if Matisse was a coach.
Yeah.
If he was a coach, it'd be mad. The press conferences would be insane.
Everything, bring all your stuff, bring everything, but you know what? Sit in the bench. Sit in the
It was troops. It was troops who said, "I want the Premier League more than anything."
Oh yeah,
and that's how I feel about this FA Cup. We haven't won a trophy for a whole one season. That's ridiculous. I can't take it anymore.
That's how deep we've been playing. That's how dominant we are. Whole season. No, I'm not having it. Not having it.
I'm not having it. I'm done. It's been one whole year with no trophy, bro. Like, are you for real? Yeah. Absolutely not. I'm not doing it again. I'm not going into May again with no confetti in my living room. It's not happening. I will get the confetti out for other reasons. If not, I win. So I'm not doing it.
This is why we run London, man. This is
exactly. It's the standards. They said we have 5 subs. We have 5 subs. So bring on Bate, bring on Livramento, bring on Andrew, and bring on all these dons.
We're moving like the Burj Khalifa, and Arsenal and Spurs are moving like Holiday Inn.
I would love to go to Burj Khalifa right now.
Daily, sign this guy up. And then the last part of the show is the front three. I'm gonna go with I don't know who to play in this front. Ziyech needs to play.
Ziyech will start.
I feel like yeah, he needs to start, and he's starting anyway, so that's not even negotiable. He needs to play, and I feel finally on that left wing spot, Christian Pulisic, I guess, needs some form. That'll be my front three. Very strong team. Anybody disagree? Younes is
my only thing is, we're all like just checking each other out. Are we disagreeing?
Younes is contemplating doing a madness. Suggesting like a spoon knife and fork.
I would have maybe liked to see. Okay. So 4. Let's just figure this out. The formation. So 4-2-3-1.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, you did a double pivot, so we're missing a player. Okay.
Yeah, so we're missing a player.
Yes, exactly. So 4-2. I think it's going to be 4-2-3-1 if it's a back 4 because we have to play the pivot. Or it could be a 4-3. 4-2-1-3 as well. It could be, but yeah.
Yeah.
4-2-1-3. That's an extra player.
Either 4-2-2-2 or 4-2-3-1, whatever the case.
Now I'm getting confused. We need one more player.
Kai Havertz is missing. We don't know where he is. I'd play him. If it was up to me, I'd play him. But I don't know if he's like.
Okay, so if we locate Kai Havertz in time, in terms of missing flyers and his, we get a search warrant and we try to find, even if we have to arrest him, whatever, get the police involved, just find him because obviously he's run away and bless him, he's not impressed with time in England. Obviously, the weather's probably getting to him. Find him, locate him, and then put him on the pitch. That would be my number 10 right there. That's my team.
Yeah.
Okay. Brilliant, guys. Well,
I don't disagree anymore. I like it now.
I went to Hogwarts to borrow Harry Potter's cloak of invisibility. That's not very nice, is it? It's not very nice. That's Jay. Jay. There's no need for
low blow.
Come on, Jay. You're better than that, Jay. You're better than that.
Give Jay 5 minutes in the bin. 5 minutes, man. Chill out for a little bit.
Should we time him out for the disrespect? Don't do that, guys. The mods will do it. They're on their game. People, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna do you dirty. That is the end of the show. We're only doing an hour. We have been spoiling you in the last few weeks. All the shows have been an hour and 40 minutes of madness. The shows has been longer than Shrek. Do you know what I mean? Like they've been films. They're not podcasts. They're not shows. They've been films. And you lot have been asking more and more questions when we get to the end of the show. Look at them. He's already saying no. You've been getting films.
Hollywood productions, man.
I do want to say one thing though, Matisse.
Yeah. 592.
There was about 600 guys. Let's get it up to about 500 likes. If you want to make this the number 1 Chelsea show, which I'm 100% confident it is, man. I've seen a lot of Chelsea. No better trio than this right now. And this is not even boasting. You guys love it. You guys reach out to us on a weekly basis. You guys anticipate this particular show. Smash that like button to show that appreciation and then build this up and grow together. We all grow together. Each and every one of you guys, we all grow together. So yeah,
I'm getting called a fraud because I'm leaving, hanging up the show early. These guys are hilarious.
It's going to be a protest at this rate.
Let's make a deal. Okay, let's make a deal between all 580 of us here. You get the thing up to 500, and
we get time extended.
Yeah. Then next week we'll do a film again potentially. All right. So look at these guys. 5 more minutes. Bro, Clark.
JB, man, you're doing madness. Just let the live chat know to get it up to 500. You can get it up to 500, JB. We will do a long show next week.
Yeah, do you know what it is? Always leave them wanting more. Okay, you know that. So in the chat, when you fancied that girl in school, she didn't just come straight to you. She played with you, toyed with you a little bit. Yeah, that's why I'm looking at you. Yeah, yeah. My girlfriend's over 100%. I'm looking at her. She toyed with you. All right, she played with you. And then eventually you got where you wanted to get. Okay, that is what this show is about. You can't predict it. It was late, and now we're leaving early. It is fraudulent, 100%. Call me a fraud if you want. Fraud watch. When we find Kai Havertz, we'll find the normal length of the show. That's the agreement.
Check that comment. That's a nice comment. You can't leave us like this. I'm not full. It's all you can eat.
The buffet's halfway through.
Or you can eat buffet and they take the food away early before you've even taken out. Listen, get the likes up. The main reason why I'm doing this is because I'm not going to lie. Yesterday I did a 2-hour show, which was not meant to happen. And then we've actually got another show later on today. It's a double upload. And we've got another show, obviously, the review for the game, which is going to be with Dami and Anita. I don't want to take the mick with the analytics and the algorithm of YouTube. I don't know how it works. Double upload is a bit risky, so we're gonna calm it. But obviously, we're back next week, Thursday, and yeah, of course, if any breaking news comes out as well, hopefully Tuchel's still in charge.
We lose to Barnsley. You're fired, mate.
Oh my days.
You're fired.
Oh God, Younes, I don't know where you can find you, even though I hope that side is clear enough for them.
Yeah, I mean, if you can read, great. If you can't, and there's the off chance that you might not be able to, you can find me at Younes Talks Football here on YouTube. I am doing a watch along for later as well, and then match review for after the game. So you can tune in for that one, and on Twitter at YounesHH, and same goes for Instagram. So find me there.
Great. These comments are hilarious. Sack Matisse out. Matisse stay longer.
Oh, mate,
Matisse, I'm going to turn up to your stream late in spite. Look at this. What is this? A hashtag manager out situation here. Imagine if I got someone else to host the show next week.
Oh, hang on. Breaking news. Yeah. Coming into the studio. We believe Chelsea Football Club have parted company with Matisse.
Guys, this channel is expect the unexpected. Do not tempt me. I will not turn on my own show next week. For real. This channel has never been predictable. We've got guests that you don't expect. Situations occur that you don't expect. I will definitely get someone else to host it next week if you dare me. Miz, let them know where they can find you. Some of them are saying they haven't eaten. That is your own fault. You eat from the beginning of the show. You know what it's like. Dinner time starts at the beginning of the show. You didn't start eating at the beginning. Then I don't know.
You missed dinner. You get dinner tomorrow.
You can't eat now. No food. Come on, Miz.
But yeah, guys, you can find me at the other side of the coin. The name is right there. There won't be any watch-alongs. Younes runs the watch-along in Chelsea football community, man. There is no other watch-alongs, man. There's only one watch-along, and that's Younes. He takes about almost 10% of the football community to his channel for these watch-alongs. They're that good. So go to that. But you can find me post-match review with at least 4 other guys tomorrow. So do tune in for that. And yeah, new thing. I'm going to be changing my uploading time to make it more sort of UK central. So from now on, you should see me around 7 p.m. UK time, which is about 6 a.m. my time. I'm generally up in the morning. So
wow.
Yeah, more UK.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Do you know how many times I've been up at 3 a.m. and I'm like, right, Miz's channel now.
Yeah, none of these 3 a.m. stuff and Sydney time. So you will see me now more around the 7 p.m. UK time. So do tune in for that, whether it be news, whether it be streams. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, 7 p.m. UK.
This chat is making me laugh. People are saying that they're starving. People are saying crucify Matt, only 1 hour. Specialist in agenda, frauds. Roman is angry with Matisse, fraudulence. Get out the club, replace Dammy. It's beautiful. I love this. It's brilliant.
I'm on school lunch break. Come on, man. Allow it.
Yeah, I was just about to say. Kian, you're saying you're on school lunch break. Bruv, schools are closed. You know you're at home and you know you're having lunch with your kitchen next to your front room, yeah? Don't play that game.
It's probably lunch break. You're taking a mic. Oh my God. Thanks for the memories, but it's time to go. Well, people, we did an hour 10. We've actually gone over. I'm not even gonna be cheeky. They're used to an hour 40. It's like taking someone off their drugs and just like completely taking all of their drugs off of them at one time. You're meant to slowly decrease. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. We'll see you next week. It's been real. And yeah, keep up the comments. I want to see the comments in the comment section. I'm not gonna lie. People will be so confused on the playbacks.
There's gonna be a riot in the comments later.
Smash the likes and you'll get a film.
See ya.
I'm such a bastard.